Welcome to the Jolly Roger. My name's Chef Brian, and today we are going to be making our own Gyro Meat. So, what I have here is a food processor. We have 5 garlic cloves. I have 1 medium onion, and it's quartered. I got a pound of hamburger meat, pound of lamb. I have our seasonings. I have 2 teaspoons of salt, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a heaping teaspoon of cumin, and oregano. Then I have a teaspoon of finely chopped rosemary and a pinch of red chili flakes. If you're gonna chop your rosemary, a spice grinder is the way to go. So let's get started. I have my garlic. We're gonna toss that in. And this is brand new, never been used. Picked it up yesterday. And it's a food processor. So what I have here, we're just gonna chop. Oh, is it automatic? No, it's not. There we go. See? Didn't even know how to use it. That's it? Okay. I thought I would just hit the button one time and it would just go until I thought it was good.
Maybe we should play with it before we...
Or read the instructions.
Or read the instructions.
Anyways, I'm a real guy. I don't read instructions. Most of the time. Okay, now that I figured that out, we're just gonna mince our garlic, which that is done. We're gonna add in our onion.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it's gonna be 3/4 of an onion, not a whole onion.
No, dog.
Well, that's going in. Okay. 3/4 of a medium onion is what it's gonna be. No sense in cutting another onion just to have 1/4 of it. And we're gonna pulse this time. Till it's finely diced as well. That's a lot better. Okay. Now we are gonna add in our meat and our seasoning. I'm gonna do half a pound at a time. So 1/2 pound of hamburger meat. Just do it with the hand. And then I'm gonna add in our seasonings. And then I'm gonna pulse this until it's thoroughly mixed, and then I'll show you what to do after that. Everything's well combined. I will say this, using this and knowing how to use it is so much faster than by hand. But what I have here is I have a 9x5, yep, 9x5 baking pan. And we're gonna just add this in. This is not it's not greased down or anything. There's a lot of fat in here, so we don't really need that. And it's gonna chill after we cook it anyway, so it's not gonna stick to the pan. So I'm gonna get this out and I'm gonna put this in your pan and I'll flatten it out and I'll bring you back when that's done. All right, just got done washing my hands since I touched raw meat. But everything's packed in here, it looks nice. And I have an oven preheated to 325, and this is going to bake for about 45 minutes to an hour. You want the internal temperature between 155, 160. That way that carryover temperature that we talked about in a previous video brings it over 165, but you don't lose the juiciness and it doesn't dry out on you. So I'm going to pop this in the oven and we'll bring you back when we pull it out and take our temperature reading. Just pulled out our Gyro meat. I pulled it out and it was exactly 155. Now what we're gonna do is let it come to rest, and we're gonna let it sit out, and then we're going to refrigerate it before we go to slice it. So I will, that's gonna take an hour and a half or so. So I'm gonna put it on top of the stovetop, and that's where it's gonna live. So just wanted to let y'all, give y'all an update. Action. Dance monkey. So we got it taken out. There was a little bit of juices. I didn't have anywhere for the juices to go, so I put it over top of the sink and got it on this plate. So what I have here is just a small bowl. We're gonna capture this fat, and this is what we're gonna use to when we go to fry the meat. We're gonna use its own juices and fats, but you don't have to pull all the fat off. Most of it's gonna come off anyway. But that should be plenty for what we need. And then we can move that to the side. we're going to take our Gyro meat, and then I'm going to cut it. Just going to get the knife all dirty. For what we're needing, we want about 1/8 of an inch or a little thinner. So this is going to be like a 1/16 of an inch right here. But I'm using a serrated knife. Any knife will work, but this is how thin I got that. That could be about 1/8. It's not a 1/16, definitely 1/8. But that's how thin we're wanting this. And then we're gonna lay this out. I'm gonna put it on a pan. I'm gonna get the induction burner out, and then we're gonna fry some up. And we're gonna have gyros here in 15 minutes. Bring it back. I got my fat. I put a little bit in the pan. I started preheating, so we weren't waiting for that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bump the heat just a little bit, trying to even it out. And I'm gonna start pulling some of these out and just putting them in. And you don't want to stack them like I just did right there. That's good right there. We're gonna fill the pan up. We're gonna do a couple, maybe a minute on each side. And then I'm gonna pull them off and put them over to the sheet tray that I got off to the side. And once that's happened, all we gotta do is get our pita, put a little tzatziki on it, throw our meat down, some lettuce, tomato, feta cheese, and we can go to town eating. So, I'll bring you back for a taste test here in a minute. Unless you want to see me flip. Then you can wait just a second. Bump this up, about a medium-high heat. Just over medium. But this pan gets really hot. This induction burner is pretty quick. This little guy's ready. And if they break, you know, it's not a big deal. But we're just looking to get a little bit of Maillard reaction, a little crust, gives you a little crunch. Now I need a vent hood. That's what I need. I think we're gonna move this to the stove. All right, another minute on that side. And then I'll pull them off and put them over there, and we'll get to keep going around until we're done.
To action.
All right, we're all done. So we got our gyro meat, we got our tzatziki sauce, some lettuce, tomato, and we're gonna give it a try. I know you want that one, has less feta cheese on it. Mm-hmm. Okay, grab it.
It's gonna be messy.
Yep, that's why I got you a paper towel. Does that cure your craving? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Well, there you have it. Gyro meats at home. And I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, you know, all that stuff. And we'll see you next week. Take care.
You're welcome.
Thanks for cleaning up my messes.
You're welcome. Everybody knows you don't do it.
Well, yeah.
Well, maybe they do. Maybe they think you do. Wow, he does that all. That's
His wife
amazing.
doesn't do anything, just
Sits there.
hits record on the camera, and then she got this little cool clappy thing.
That's all she does.
That's all she does.
You know? I don't help prep. I don't help clean up.
And I'm like, that's a wrap. And then I just walk away and all magically gets cleaned up. I swear there's like magic elves that live in this house.
Yeah, one. And I'm not so little.